July 3rd, 1991. This is our champion, Dave Schwinger, and he returns with $7,600. This is a trial lawyer, Annelle Karlstad. And here's a metrology engineer, Bryce Avery. Dave is the champion. Annelle and Bryce, you are the challengers. And now, here is your math challenge, Dick Clark.
Hey, thank you. Cannot believe this is the day before the 4th of July. Welcome to the challenges. I hope you have all your preparations made. Dave is ready to celebrate with his $7,600 so far. Annelle, we're going to win you some money along the way. And Bryce, the same. Good luck to all three of you. The money you accumulate today and win will be awarded by Citibank, MasterCard, and Visa. We start the game at the $200 level. It's the sprint round. You have a minute in which to answer here. If you come out on top, you get the choice of the board, and that's a little bit of an advantage. Let's set the clock at 1 minute right now and get underway. What city has athletic teams named Bears, Cubs, and Bulls? Right.
Chicago.
Correct. Abbott and Costello were a popular comedy team in radio and film. Costello's first name was Lou. What was Abbott's first name? Annelle.
Bud.
Correct. Elizabeth Taylor recently won a settlement in her $20 million lawsuit against what publication? Right.
Inquirer.
Correct. What is the more common name for a citrus fruit called a pomelo? Grapefruit is the answer. Starting in 1966, U.S. Catholics no longer had to abstain from meat on what day of the week? Bryce.
Friday.
Correct. The classic song, The Indian Love Call, was sung by the team of Nelson Eddy and whom? Bryce.
Jeanette MacDonald.
Correct. Near what major European capital city would you find Orly Airport? Bryce.
Paris.
Correct. A&M Records was founded by Jerry Moss and the leader of the Tijuana Brass, Herb who? Bryce.
Alpert.
Right. What was the name of the Indian princess rescued by Peter Pan? Annelle.
Tiger Lily.
Tiger Lily is right. Then we'll take that despite the fact time ran out. Bryce, you picked up the lead, so you have the choice of the subjects, and they are land, air, and sea carriers, suit yourself, the Disney legacy, exotic edibles, music men, and all about Austria. Please select and make a wager.
Well, I speak German, so let's try all about Austria.
All right, let's see what we have here. We have its cities, its leaders, and its borders. We're talking about $100 to $200, and now is the time to select and wager. All right, for $150, Bryce, Austria's current president is a former United Nations Secretary General named who?
Kurt Waldheim.
You're correct for $150, and Ellen Dave for $200. Austria, which has no coastline, is bordered by 7 countries, including what tiny nation bracketed between Austria and Switzerland? Dave.
Liechtenstein.
You are right for $200, and you have the choice of the board.
Let's try the Disney legacy.
All right, up there we have feature films, Walt Disney World, and animated cartoons. Wager, please. For $150, Annelle and Dave, what futuristic Disney creation is named for the phrase prototype community of tomorrow? Dave.
Epcot.
Epcot is right for $200. Bryce, name the feature-length cartoon that includes the characters of the Blue Fairy, Stromboli, and Geppetto.
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio is right for $200. We're off and running in the first round with Bryce out in front, followed by Dave and Annelle. That'll all change when we continue the game right here on The Challengers. Carter?
Yes, I did, and Rosalind Carter, too.
Did you work with them on a house or something?
Sure did. We work with Habitat for Humanity, and we build houses with low-income families, and they buy the houses with no interest and no profit charged. And Jimmy and Rosalind are great at construction.
I mean, he gets out there with his hammer and nails and stuff?
And the plaster and everything else.
I've seen pictures. And you've actually seen it. All right. Dave, we know you're a math teacher. Did a little math rap for us yesterday. Where do you do your teaching?
I teach math at City College in New York, CCNY.
Whoa, wait a minute. We got somebody, we got one of your fans out there.
We've got them from all over the world from CCNY.
In order to be good at math, do you have a special mind? Because math, to me, is the single most difficult thing in life.
I think that's because you didn't have a great math teacher.
Are you recruiting?
I just think that the teacher makes a tremendous difference in math where it may not make a difference in a subject where a student can just read the book.
Yeah, I found it all through life very difficult, however. Bryce, you used to be a missionary. Tell me a little bit about it.
I worked for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Washington, D.C. We worked primarily with refugees from El Salvador who'd come into the United States, didn't speak English. We taught them lessons in Spanish, helped them join the congregation there if they were interested. It was really, really rewarding.
It'll make you feel good when it's all over. And it continues.
Except in the summertime. I really liked it, but summers in Washington are, the humidity's just too much.
Did you find it a little humid? Is that why those guys who work there take long summer hiatuses, I think?
I lost a lot of weight, and it was all water, I think, when I was there.
It's a lovely area otherwise, however. It's one of the prettiest spots.
Yes, yes.
Bryce, you got $1,150. Dave, $550. Annelle, you got to do a little catching up. Let's turn to the board and see what faces you, what remains. We have land, air, and sea carriers. Suit yourself. Exotic edibles and music men. The choice belongs to Bryce. Where do we go?
Music men, please.
Music men. We have pianists, band leaders, and singers. Select, please, and make a wager. For $100, Annelle and Dave, this is your question. Victor Borge, the master pianist who combines comedy with his music, was born in what European country? Annelle.
Denmark.
Denmark is right. Bryce, for $200, name the singer who in 1980 was the lead actor in the 30 version of The Jazz Singer.
Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond's right for $200, and you have the choice again. Where do we go?
Oh, I hate suits. But suit yourself, please.
Suit yourself. Well, we got birthday suits. We have lawsuits and card suits. Not probably the suits you were thinking of. Make a wager. Everybody goes for the same one. Hasn't happened in a while. A little familiar whoop, whoop, whoop means we double the value of everything. You're all going for $300 now. Name the battery company that sued Coors Beer for a TV parody of its drum-beating Energizer Rabbit. Bryce.
Everready.
Everready is right. Now, would you like to proceed with birthday suits or card suits?
Birthday suits,
Birthday
please.
suits at double the value. It's $200. What was the name of the English woman who rode through Coventry in her birthday suit?
That would be Lady Godiva.
Correct for $200. How about the card suits? It's worth $4.
No, thanks.
Pass on that. All right. Move on now. Geez, we have land, air, and sea carriers and exotic edibles.
Exotic edibles, please.
All right, sir. We have a munch at brunch and for lunch. Munch, munch, lunch. Say that 3 times fast. Ready? Go. All right, we've got everybody in for a question. Dave, this is yours. If you're munching on a sweet gherkin or a kosher dill, from what vegetable is your pickle made?
Cucumber.
Cucumbers, right, of course. Bryce for $150. The traditional brunch dish of Eggs Benedict consists of an English muffin topped with Canadian bacon, a poached egg, and what yellow sauce?
Hollandaise sauce.
Hollandaise sauce, indeed. For $200, Annelle, name the popular pasta dish consisting of spaghetti mixed with eggs, cheese, and pieces of bacon that takes its name from the Italian meaning charcoal grill.
Carbonara.
Carbonara is right. And so far, so good here, the Money Mountain. One last subject left. We have land, air, and sea carriers. We have mail carriers, pigeons, and ferries. These are land, air, and sea carriers. And pick one and make a wager. Everybody gets a question. Bryce, this is yours for $100. Today's mail carriers work for Anthony Frank, our nation's 69th Postmaster General. Who does the U.S. Postal Service consider to be the first Postmaster General?
Benjamin Franklin.
You're correct for $100. For $150 Annelle, name the special breed of pigeon developed for carrying messages that's noted for its remarkable ability to find its way back to its loft.
A homing pigeon.
Homing pigeon is right. And lastly, Dave, for $200 in 1965, Jerry and the Pacemakers had a top 10 hit called Ferry Across the What?
Mersey.
Mersey is right, and let's see where we end up with this now. $850 for 2 of our players. Bryce has $2,100. We're going to raise the value of the question. Second round should be kind of exciting. Come on back and join us.
For telephone, I use this remote control to contact Life Call, my 24-hour emergency medical response service. Watch. You just press this button and speak into the air and...
I'm having chest pain.
I'm calling paramedics and your family, Mr. Miller.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
We're sending help immediately, Mrs. Fletcher.
See? Protect yourself with Life Call, and you're never alone. To get complete free information by mail about this affordable medical emergency response system, call toll-free now. Life Call can save your life, so call to get free details by mail right away.
For free information about LifeCall, call 1-800-441-5900. That's 1-800-441-5900.
All news and current events questions are verified by Newsweek magazine. And now, let's get back to the challengers.
John Mall, Bryce is out in front with $2,100, followed by the other two players who are tied at this point. And in the second half of the game, we raised the value of the questions. The 6 categories this time around are America's Beauty Spots, recent video releases, The Animal Kingdom, literary creations, The Simpsons, and the Supreme Court. And the choice this time belongs to Dave. Which one of these would you like to start with?
Let's go with the Supreme Court.
Okay. We have the building, the decisions, and the people. We value these this time from $200 to $400. Please wager. $300 in Ellen Bryce. This is your question. Name the man not informed of his rights to remain silent and denied the right to consult me, whose conviction was overturned in a landmark 1966 Supreme Court case. Bryce.
Miranda.
Ernesto Miranda is right, and you pick up $300. Dave for $400. Name the man who served on the United States Supreme Court from 1939 to 1975, longer than any justice in history.
Douglas.
Douglas is right. William O. Douglas, and that was good for $400. Where do we go now, sir?
Recent video releases.
All right, we have Summer and Smoke, Desire Under the Elms, and Comeback Little Sheba. Select and wager. Everybody going for the same one, doubles it. Everybody bet on the easy question. Now it's worth $400. Well, good luck to all three of you. Here. The 1961 movie version of the play Summer and Smoke, starring Geraldine Page, is now out on video. Who wrote the original play? Annelle.
Tennessee Williams.
Tennessee Williams is right. Now, we've got Desire Under the Elms, Comeback Little Sheba, get them all, and you've won $1,800. What do you want to do? You're tied up now with Dave, about halfway behind Bryce.
I don't watch many videos, so I think I'm going to just be safe.
Couldn't squeeze you into
No.
any of those. Yeah, well.
Were they hard?
One was hard. What?
I'll
It's
never know.
academic now. You and I will never know.
I'll never
Annelle,
know.
which one would you like?
I'll take The Simpsons since I'm in the mood to laugh here.
All right, we have Wallace Simpson, O.J. Simpson, and Bart Simpson. There's there. You can laugh at all of them if you want, but take one and wager, please. For $200 in Ellen Dave, I beg your pardon, when American divorcee Wallace Simpson married former British King Edward VIII, she became the Duchess of what? Dave.
Windsor.
Windsor is right for $200. Bryce, for pro football great O.J. Simpson is often called Orange Juice because of his initials. The J really stands for James. What real name does the O stand for?
Orenthal.
How did you know that?
I like sports. Big time.
I looked at that. Judge, there's nobody in the world knows O.J.'s real name.
I know it. It says it right here.
You and Bryce are the only two in this one. No, and his mom, of course. Bryce, which one of these would you like?
I would like literary creations, please.
All right, let's check them out. We got poetry, drama, and fiction. $200 to $400 bets. Everybody gets a question this time. Dave, this is yours. What's the name given to the 14-line poetic form made famous by poets such as Shakespeare, Milton, and Elizabeth Barrett Browning?
Sonnet.
Correct. For $300, Annelle. Winterset, a verse drama inspired by the Sanzetti case, was written by Maxwell who? Maxwell Anderson. I'm sorry, that's going to cost you $300. Bryce, for $400. In A Tale of Two Cities, what was the main item for sale at the shop run by Madame Defarge and her husband?
Meat.
No, I'm sorry, it was wine. That'll cost you $400. Dave, which one of these remaining two subjects would you like to tackle?
Since I come from New York, obviously I want America's beauty spots.
Wait a minute. You came from New York and you selected New York City?
It's beautiful.
See, they had you brainwashed. Oh, it's really one of the most extraordinary sights in the world, for sure. I am a New Yorker, so I feel for you to play with it. We had in Georgia, in Hawaii, and in Utah. This is, folks, we're talking about America's beauty spots. Select, please, and make a wager. For $200 an L, this is your question. Name the National Wildlife Refuge, whose name is probably derived for the Seminole Indian word for trembling earth because of the floating islands in its swamp.
Okefenokee?
That's right, for $200. Gentlemen, stand by. Dave and Bryce. $400 question here. Name the colorful Utah Canyon and National Park where you can find the Virgin River and the Great White Throne. Judge, is he in time?
Yes, tie goes to the contestant.
Answer?
Bryce.
Sorry, Zion. Tough break. That'll cost you $400. Put you back closer to Annelle. The last subject is the animal kingdom. We have on the land, in the air, and at the vet. The animal kingdom. Folks, wager. $300 question for Annelle and Dave. Name the endangered member of the crane family that's known for its loud trumpeting cry. Annelle.
The whooping crane?
Correct, for $300. Bryce, for $400. What type of animal is a veterinarian specialty if he's an expert in equine medicine?
Horses.
Horses is correct. $400, and that gives you a little bit more of the lead, Bryce. Dave is low man there at $1,250, still substantial, very close to Annelle. Bryce out front, and we'll see what happens when the final challenge comes up right after this.
If you've been hurt in an accident and you're negotiating with the insurance company, you're in trouble.
Destin on the Challengers. Please call area code 8562-1620.
When Tom graduated from IT...
Widely used credit cards. And now, back to the final challenge. And once again, here's Dick Clark.
Thank you, Don Morrow. We're ready to... Well, I don't know what's with my mouth. Did you get days like that when the words... I did the China Phalange or the final challenge, and it's just... Everything is whirling around. It's the day before the holiday, I think. Dave, you got $1,250. Annelle, $1,450. Bryce, $2,700. It's going to be a good race here, and we were just discussing while the commercial is on the fact that it is your money. You can stick it in your pocket and enjoy the holiday and the heck with the game. Or you can make an awful lot of money if you want to play it that way. Let's turn to the final category. It is famous battles. Now, as you decide how you're going to wager at even odds, you can do it on the Hatfields versus the McCoys. Double your wager on the Norman Triple it on the Civil War. So pick an area you think you feel comfortable with. Consider the possibilities of what the other players are going to do in the 15 seconds remaining. Make your final wager of the day, and remember, the final wager question is very important because if you wager too low, you could lose it. The challenge is yours. Players' choices have been locked in. The subject is famous battles, and we're ready to go here, Dave, with your first declaration. What are you going to do, please?
I'm a gambler. I played the Civil War for the entire $1,250.
Every nickel he had. Annelle, what are you going to do with your $1,450?
Well, being from the South, I went the Civil War, but I wasn't quite that brave. I did it for $600.
I'm sorry, you've lost it to Dave, the highest wager you get. Bryce, you have the most amount of money. Please declare.
I took the Civil War to make sure Annelle wouldn't get it. I bet $1,455.
Well, you got the most money. You played it. Everybody went whole hog in there. So let's, obviously, there's only one question to play, and it's with you, Bryce. But the interesting irony here is if you're right, you win $7,065. A lot of money. If you're wrong, drops you down to $12.45, which isn't a little bit of money. And then, if you're wrong, Annelle wins. So you just sit by, watch, and see what happens. Dave, you're sort of frozen in the middle there with the money in the bank already. So Bryce, here we go. After his early victories in the Civil War, Robert E. Lee was free to invade Maryland. But Union forces intercepted his battle order, and his invasion of the North was halted at the Battle of Sharpsburg for $7,065 and the win. The more familiar name of this battle.
Antietam.
You were absolutely right. You won the game. $7,065. Annelle leads with $1,450. And the two-day total for Dave is $8,850. What a day. Nicely done, folks. It was a good one all the way around. Bryce, I'm going to bring out a couple of new players for you to celebrate the 4th of July, so get a little rest. We'll celebrate the day together. Annelle, thank you very, very much. Nice to have you with us. Dave, congratulations on your win. Have a great holiday. Bryce, we'll see you tomorrow here on The Challengers. Have a wonderful 4th of July. If you can, by all means, come and join us. If not, we'll see you the next time. For now, Dick Clark. So long.
Some contestants today will receive Gitano Sleepwear, the perfect ending for every day. Gitano Sleepwear, to American tradition. And Hershey's syrup on ice cream is a favorite summertime treat. And look for the full line of Hershey's toppings for that great Hershey taste on ice cream. And Qvel, prevent painful nighttime leg cramps with Qvel. It helps stop leg cramps before they start. Qvel. Did you know that Wesson Light cooking spray has less than 1 calorie per serving? Wesson Light, less than 1 calorie. And Woolite self-cleaning rug cleaner cleans and freshens your entire carpet. Woolite self-cleaning rug cleaner for fast, safe, and easy cleaning. This is Don Morrow speaking. The Challengers is a Ron Greenberg production in association with Dick Clark Productions.